Welcome, guys, and happy Thursday, the 30th of November. Time is flying by. Can't believe it's December tomorrow. That is crazy. Our final month of 2023. So, welcome to everybody tuning in. I see we've got Wolfgang. Hey, Wolfgang from Munich. I've got your question, and I'll answer that for you in a bit. Edgardo Rivera says, God is good. Charlie Gomez, hey, Charles, hey, everyone. Gail Brzezinski from New Jersey. And Norman Opido tuning in. Hey, Norman, great to see you again. Great to see everybody on the call. And I'm really stoked to be with everybody. I'm just going to do a quick sound check here. Let me know if you can hear the guitar there. We're going to go ahead and fire up a track, do a little bit of jamming and talking. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and pop them for us in the comment section. We've got aircon in the building here, so messes with the tuning a little bit. Keeps us cool, but it's not good for the tuning. So we're going to just do a quick check here with the track. And then from there, we will be able to hop into today's training. So let's do a quick sound check, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, let me know what the sound is like there for you guys on the backing track and the guitar. If that's all sounding good, then we are A for away. Kenan is saying sound is okay. Wonderful. Alright, we've got Calvin also tuning in from Malaysia. Hey Calvin, great to have you with us today. Stephen Spruill from Houston. Hey Stephen. We've got Mike Harris saying hey from sunny Florida. That's awesome. I've been to Florida a couple of times. A really awesome space. Chris, hey Chris, and Vivit Chand from Indonesia. Welcome. Wow, we've got a really awesome international crowd here today, and really stoked to have you guys all on the stream. So if you have any questions around anything around guitar playing, tone, worship guitar, whatever the case may be, pop them in the comment section for me. Then I'll be able to go ahead and read those and answer them for you guys today. So today is a special stream that we're just doing to kind of show you guys about what deal we've put together for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, in case you want to invest into that. I've got a URL that in case you want to go ahead and check that out. At some point in the stream, you're welcome to. That's going to be worshipguitarskills.com/Black Friday. So we've extended the sale into this week for Cyber Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys all about that. And we're going to do some training on today's call as well. All right, so let's start with a couple of questions that I saw come in already. So Wolfgang, he said he bought some courses in October 2018. And he's asking whether this deal that we are doing now with this the same content. And whether there's lifetime updates for the courses that he bought. All right, Wolfgang, great question. So first of all, yes, the courses that you bought in 2018, you've got lifetime access to those, so they are in the members area for you. And if we bring out an update on that course, totally, you've got access to that. And then the content for the Black Friday offer that we are releasing today, or that we've released last week, I think the offer might be closing tonight. But yeah, that's all brand new content. And I'm going to run you through that. It's all content, our best content from 2023 and ideas and lessons that we've put together. So it's all brand new content. So you got access to what you got lifetime. And if you want to pick up some of the new stuff after you see what it entails, you are welcome to do so as well. All right, we've got Larry saying good morning from Illinois. Hey Larry, great to see you. And Harold saying, hey, Charles from Flint, Michigan. Great to have you on here with us, Harold. Our next question is from Gail, and Gail is asking, hi, Charles, love the sound of your guitar. What model PRS is it? Thanks for all you do from New Jersey. So this is a custom 22. Let's see if I can do a close-up for you guys. So this is a custom 22. It's got this maple top. On top of this, it's obviously got the 2 humbuckers. I believe these are Dragon pickups. And then it's got the coil tap. So I've got a 3-way switch on my pickups with a coil tap and obviously my volume. And it's a 22 fret. And the neck is what they call a wide fat neck. So you get the thin neck on the PRSs and the 24 frets, and you get this wide fat neck as well. So I'm a really big fan of this PRS because of the neck feels nice and chunky to me, and for me, when you go into like melodic playing, it really has a lot of it's a very musical sounding guitar. Well-rounded tones, covers a wide range of frequencies. So for me, this guitar is really awesome. I also have a Strat and a Music Man Silhouette. Those are my other 2 electric guitars. And then Kenan, who has also from the W's team, he's got some Gretschers and Telecasters, etc. So I love the other styles of guitars as well, especially a Strat. It's got a very distinct sound. But for me, what I like about the PRS, it's just super well-rounded. For me, and also in worship, it just works very well. So I come from a blues and a rock background, so I kind of like that that full sound. But I don't want something that is too overdriven, too distorted, or too hot on the pickups. Like too heavy sound. That I can still get some nice clarity on the guitar as well. So that's my PRS. I would love to try out the the Silver Sky at some point. I haven't actually played one of those, so it'll be interesting to see the Strat combination with the PRS. So, thanks for that feedback there, Harold. Gail. And if you guys want to see a breakdown of my tone, there's a video on our YouTube channel where I go through everything that I'm doing on the Kemper here together with this guitar. It's kind of my bread and butter sound that I've been using for many years. I bought this second hand about 20 years ago, just over 20 years ago. So, it's been a long time with the guitar, so I'm also comfortable with it. That's another thing that you have to bear in mind. There's what does the guitar sound like, right? Do you like the sound, number 1? And then number 2, are you comfortable playing it? Like when I grab my neck, it's this wide, fat neck. I'm very comfortable playing the guitar. I know where to find my notes, and I know how it's going to respond when I hit the strings, etc. So are you comfortable with it? And then obviously, finally, does it stay in tune? So those are 3 very big things. Does it stay in tune? Do you like the sound? And are you comfortable from a technique point of view? And then if those 3 things are in place, then your guitar, doesn't matter what you use. I mean, I've seen people playing worship with Strats, like Lincoln Brewster, Telecasters, PRSs, obviously, Duesenbergs, Gretschers, Squires, it doesn't matter. So as long as you can get those 3 things in place, then you are going to be good to go. All right. So we've got Edgarda saying from Puerto Rico. All right. That's awesome. I've been to San Juan before. Really, really awesome culture you guys have there, and enjoyed my trip there. Always surprised and delighted with our international audience. So cool. All right, guys. So what I thought I'd do real quick is just show you what we put together as a Black Friday offer. And then just run you through that. All right, let me just go to the right page, and then if I go here, you should now see my screen, and let's see if I can get my camera on the showing on the. I don't think so. So let's see if I add this camera in here. All right, there we go. So at least you can see me there, and maybe we can just change that to a different camera so it doesn't look so rough. All right, cool. So what you're seeing in front of you right now, this is our members area. So when you become a member, we have what we call the Worship Guitar Skills Academy. And then this is basically the academy. As you can see, there's a ton of courses and everything in there. But what we wanted to do is put together a really cool bundle that we call the Ultimate Black Friday Bundle that you can see on the side over here. And what it basically entails is 10 courses. There's 10 trainings in it. I'm going to quickly talk you through all of that. But you get the 10 trainings. I'm going to tell you what they are, what they do for you, how they work. If you're looking for a clickable link, you can also check the description. And in addition to the Black Friday bundle, to the trainings, you get what we call our Worship Guitar Mastery live Q&A calls. So as you can see right now, the event is closed. But when you join us, you get 8 of these that you can join live, like this, but on Zoom. And if you can't catch it live, you can come over here and catch a replay. As you can see, there's the replay from last week, so that's also included with the training. And these are our coaching sessions. So we've got coaching members, and then every week we get together with some new training and talking about a bunch of things. So yeah, that's basically it. So let's quickly run through what all these trainings are. The first one is what's known as the Essential Virtual Guitar Techniques Toolbox. Now, what is that? Well, the toolbox is really just all about the important techniques that you need to have down on your guitar. And if I go to that course, you can see basically everything that we've put together. We've looked at the introduction of technique, and then all the important things like picking, string picking, alternate picking rather. So if you play, are you comfortable with your picking on your guitar? So we go through that in detail. I'll show you guys hybrid picking. I'll show you alternate picking. And as you can see, that's a 17-minute lesson on just really getting your picking dialed in. And then we go into scales. Now, scales are obviously a collection of notes that you're going to use to play melodies. So here's a 13-minute training on scales to help you with the technique. Not necessarily how to play the scale, but can you trust your technique? That's very important, because if you can trust your technique and you're not going to be afraid of making a mistake, your playing is going to sound a lot better. And then we've got hybrid picking. I will demo a little bit of that for you right now. There's a training on hybrid picking. And then we're also muting, strumming, and articulation. Now, for the articulation, that is, instead of like playing where you pick all of the notes, you can use hammer-ons and slides, all those kind of things to give it more of a vocal quality, so your guitar sounds like you're singing. So if I were to now use a combination of hybrid picking together with articulation, then you can see what I can do over a backing track, which I'll demonstrate for you right now. And then in the resources, you can see that there's exercises, because I explain the concepts, I give you the important pointers to focus on, but then we have the technique exercises that you can see in the screen right now. As you can see there, it starts with picking, all the things that we are looking at. You've got exercises that you can then start practicing in your practice sessions so that you have stuff to work on. So let's do a quick jam. And let's go back to another camera over here. So if we go to let me just move this. That's all fine. Let's lock that. Okay, so if I go back to my second angle, I'm going to go ahead and just play a track in G, which is a 1/4 progression. And I'm going to use hybrid picking. So what is hybrid picking? In case you're not familiar, it is basically using my pick and my fingers. So it's my pick and my fingers. So I can play, or I can play G, you get more of a piano approach out of your guitar playing when you learn how to use hybrid picking. Or if you play songs like, and we'll do that in a second, but you can incorporate melody. You see, you get more out of your guitar than when you just strum it, then you don't get to be able to be picky, so to speak, about the notes that you play. So let me use that together with some hammer-ons and pull-offs, hammer-ons, slides, and all those kind of things to kind of come up with some guitar parts on the spot. Check this out. go scale-wise with picking on my alternate picking. Alright, so that's just a little bit of a demo in terms of like if you start using hybrid picking to play more like a piano player on your guitar. So that is really what that section is all about. There's detailed exercises in there for you to work on your technique. And the better your technique is, the better you're going to sound. So your tone improves because you can trust your technique in that sense. The second training we've got is the Modern Voicings Multiplication Masterclass. So you just heard me play a couple of things there using dyads. So those are 2-note voicings. So I can play G like this. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, you can just see the voicings just keep going when you learn how to multiply your voicings. And then I also show you cool stuff with triads in terms of like if you take a G triad like this, I can change it to something like this. Just to kind of get some more interesting chord voicings in your playing. So there's a whole training on this for dyads and triads. And then there's also 2 massive PDFs with a load of chord shapes. And these are all the kind of shapes that I use in my playing that you hear on the YouTube channel all the time. So I basically show you what those are and where they come from. So now you've got good technique, you've got good chord voicings. And then what I've done, and I'll play you guys a little bit of this, is the Worship Song Survival Guide. So I've basically taken 3 songs to start with. All Hail King Jesus, God I Look to You, and then Holy Forever. So as you can see, each song has a performance where I'm now going to only use concepts that I've taught on the channel or in the membership area, and then you can look at me playing it. That's about a 5-minute video, but then there's a 12-minute breakdown of where I show you exactly what I do. I'll just quickly click on that so you can see what's going on here. You'll be able to go to the video, and then there's my guitar teaching you what I'm doing, and then we are listening to the video above. So let's listen to a little bit of this song over here, so just so you can kind of hear what happens there. There are those same 2-note voicings, hammer-ons that I've just shown you, and the hybrid picking. So there's some slides and those kind of things worked in there. And then you can also see if you wanted to play more melodically, like kind of play along with the chorus, then you can do something like this. Let's just forward there real quick. And then you can see again, this is the same 2-note voicings I've just shown you, those hammer-ons, the articulation techniques, and then of course, hybrid picking. Here's the chorus side of it. So that's basically what the Worship Guitar Survival, or the Worship Song Survival Guide is. I've taken these 3 songs. You can see in All Hail King Jesus. Again, it's just a 5-minute performance, but in this one is like a 21-minute breakdown where I go through the song note for note and show you how to apply everything that you've learned. Because it's one thing to learn a bunch of ideas, but how do you apply it on a Sunday? How do you make it real for a song? And that's what the Worship Song Survival Guide is all about, where I show you these songs, I break it down, using the techniques that we've learned in the training so far. So that's the third training. The fourth training here is the Scales Mastery Workshop. Now this is going to show you how to take scales and play melodic sounding parts. So you don't just play, you know, a scale that sounds like a scale. And I'll quickly demonstrate that for you. Let's now go to a different track maybe. Let's go to the E major. So we're going to play 1, 4, 6, 5, which will be 1 is E, 4, A, 6, C sharp minor, and 5 is B. Now I'm going to play this in two ways. Way number one is I'm just going to play scales. And if I just play scales, that's not going to sound very good because it's going to be just blindly using notes from a scale pattern. And it's kind of like if you communicate with somebody, if you just say letters, it's not going to mean much, right? If you just say ramble off on the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. We don't communicate with letters. We communicate with words that become sentences, that become paragraphs, that we use to communicate our ideas. So I'm going to play this in two different ways. The wrong way, so don't judge me for that because I'm just going to demonstrate a point where I blindly play a scale shape. And then a second one, I'm actually going to be purposeful about how I play melody. And that's exactly what we cover in the Scales Mastery Workshop. So here's that track.
Intro, 2, 3, 4.
This is how some people play. And it just sounds like a scale. A better way is this.
Turn. Outro, 2, 3, 4.
So hopefully in the second example there, you hear more melodies happening from the scale. So it doesn't just sound like I'm blindly playing a scale up and down. I'm actually using the notes that belong to the chords, and I show you actually how this all works in the Scale Mastery Workshop. And if you look at that training, that's a whole workshop. So each one of these elements over here has got multiple videos together, and then this is one other thing I'd like to show you guys with the actual training. So some of the videos like this one here, I'll play it for you so you can hear it. But look at what's happening there. Let's just see if I do this. You can now see that's my video. If you want to make the video bigger, you can make the video bigger like that. And then you're going to see the tabs over here that's going to be playing in real time. So listen to this song, for example.
Intro, 2.
Look at the tabs along with it. So you can see the guitar, you can see the notes, you can even add a fretboard, and you can see the notes on the fretboard. And if you're left-handed, you can flip the fretboard, you can flip my video. If you're left-handed. So in this video, you're basically just hearing all of the ideas from the training. And then there's the tabs that you can see. If you want to speed things up, you want to slow it down, you just want to listen to the backing track. This is Soundslice powered videos, as you can see there. So a lot of our training have these videos in as well. So this is a full-on workshop that will help you to play more melodically on the guitar. Then carrying on, we've got our worship wheel training. If you're unsure about where you are strong, where you are weak, what you need to be practicing, the worship wheel training will show you exactly how to do that. I go through a training with you and you'll see if I go to the video real quick, what you're going to see is I'm going to guide you on how you can score yourself on these 8 levels. Fretboard, harmony, which is your chords, melodies, your notes, rhythm, tone, theory, technique, and your oral ability. And then based on how you score, that's going to show you, all right, you are strong in this area, you are weak in that area. Let's try and improve on the other area. So that's the worship wheel training that will show you your strengths and your weaknesses. And then the following one is then, okay, great. How do you now put a good practice plan together? Because we all know in order to improve, we need to know how to practice. So that's what I show you in the how to craft a perfect practice plan video. That is right there. As you can see, there's our lesson. It's a 45-minute training on that. And then you also get resources, which is the slides from the training if you want to quickly review that after the lesson. So now you know where you are strong, where you are weak. You know how to practice, how to put a practice plan together. And then I'm going to give you these guided worship practice plans. So if you go to these, this is where you can just say, okay, great, I've got 30 minutes. What am I going to work on? Well, you can see here we've got a 30-minute training, and it just shows you the different areas that you need to be working on. And then in the resources, you are going to get some actual practice plans where you can just click the video and then practice, whether it's your scales or your picking or your muting or playing more melodically or learning better chords. But it's guidance, because the problem is that I find a lot of people have when it comes to practicing is they put in the time, but they don't know what to practice. And because if they don't know what to practice and they don't know how to practice, then that means they are not growing in that time. So that is what I'm helping you with the guided worship practice plan, so that you can see where to go ahead and improve. And then almost done, but we've got our worship backing track collection. All these tracks that you heard me play today, you'll see if I open these up, then you can see there's, like, if you want to listen to any songs, there's some songs in here. You just hit play and then you can jam along to the song. You can pick 4-chord progressions. So it's 4 chords in a progression. It's like the ones that I played you today. So you just go ahead and say, okay, great, what tempo do I want? And do I want 1 chord per bar or 2 chords per bar? That will help you to determine what to practice. But all these tracks that I just are able to trigger on my right-hand side here, they are all in here. So this is volume 2. And then if you do get this, you're also going to get volume 1. And as you can see, if you just hover over there, there's all the different progressions, different keys, different tempos. And then you can just hit play, for example. So this one here is A, C sharp minor, D, B minor, kind of sounds like you're jamming with a band, and that was obviously a very slow tempo, 60 beats a minute. But if you want that same thing at 90 beats a minute, then you just choose 90 beats a minute. Here we go. You can hear that tempo is faster. So you can take all these tracks and use them in your practice sessions to go and practice if you want to put any of those ideas into practice. And then finally, if you have a Helix, then we've got all of our Helix patches and HX patches there as well. You can go ahead and grab those. And then we've got our Worship Guitar Mastery Live Pass, where you can go ahead and join us. So this is I love this bundle because we're going to help you in your technique. We're going to help you with your chords. We're going to show you how to use that in songs. I'm going to show you how to play melodically using scales. You find out where you are weak, where you are strong in your playing. Then you learn how to practice the right way, and you learn what to practice. And then you've got all these worship backing tracks that you can use as resources to practice along with you. And then finally, you've got the Helix patches, as well as those live mastery videos, streams that you can come and join us on. So that really is the full let me just see if you guys can still hear me. That is the full Black Friday offer. So if you want to go and check out, if you click that link, it's going to take you to a page. Let's quickly see. Okay, if we go to this page, you're going to see that it's going to expire in a couple of hours. So once that timer goes to 0, the team will then just remove the Black Friday bundle that only comes around once a year. But there's in essence 10 top 10 trainings from 2023. So like Wolfgang asked, these are all new, and you can go and read through what all the trainings are that you can get access to. And all of this is just one payment of $47, and we've got a money back guarantee. So if you buy this and you feel, this is not quite what I was looking for, you can just send us an email, and then we'll refund your purchase in full, because at the end of the day, we only want happy customers. So if the lessons are working for you and you want to get access to all of those kind of things, then obviously that's going to help you improve when you're playing there. So any questions about the offer or around anything, you feel free to pop them in the box for us, and then hopefully by the time those catching the replay, the offer is still available. So we've been emailing about that this week. So that is basically the Black Friday bundle. So Charlie saying, great melodies. Will, great to see you. So yeah, the offer is ending in 15 hours. So we are in South Africa. So it's probably tomorrow when the team, tomorrow morning when everyone comes back into the office, then they're going to go ahead and then close the offer. So it's our final day because it was Black Friday, which was obviously last week. So we've extended it for Cyber Week. So you're welcome to check any of that. So thanks for asking that, Will. And then Charlie saying a different and melodic way of using scales. Yeah, that is really the case, because scales... Scales are just notes, but when you learn how to use the things in the right way, then it makes a very big difference. So I can demo a few of those, and then Will is saying play another backing track. So let me show you guys this. Is sometimes you want to practice, like let's just say you have a scale and you want to practice your melodies, but if the song that you are practicing over, if the chords are changing too quick, so there's too many chords, then it's hard to keep up. So what can you do? You can either make it slow, so you choose one of the slower tempos, or you choose one that instead of having 4 chords, it only has 2 chords, or you choose one that instead of having 1 bar per chord, it's got 2 bars per chord. So now you've got more time to work on that. So let's just say randomly I'm going to choose 1, 4, 6, 5 in the key of D, and there's 2 bars per chord. So listen to this.
Intro, 2, 3, 4.
Now G. Now B minor. A. So now you can
Turn. Outro, 2, 3, 4.
So that's a short one, but there was extended times on the backing tracks. And let me go to the let me find that just real quick for you guys again. So if I go to, let's show you what else we got there. So that's volume 1 and volume 2. And let me just show you that. Let's share the screen again. So there we go. All right, so if you say, okay, cool, this Sunday we are doing, let's just say, a song that is in the progression of 4-1-5-6. And so you go to 4-1-5-6. And then you can say, okay, cool, the song is roughly at 70 beats a minute, and I have to play a solo. So now you go to 4156, you find it there 70 beats a minute, and now when you play that, then you can practice, and this is an extended track. So I can hit now 4156, there the click goes, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, 5. Let's say you want to learn melody. Etc. Now that's obviously super slow, so you get time to think about what you want to do. But let's just say, okay, great, I want to learn to play it a little bit faster. So there's 100 beats a minute. So I'm looking for the stop button right in front of me. So there you can see you can choose the key. Now let's just say your song is not in A, it is in C. Well, then you just go to C and then you hit there. There's 4156. Now it's going to be F, C, G, A minor. Etc. So all the keys, now maybe it's a different progression. Well, then you just hover over there, you choose your progression, you choose your tempo, you choose your key. That's volume 1. And then in volume 2, we've got other things. It's just 2 chord vamps, etc. For you to practice. And we also have these cool pads. So if you just want to listen to a pad in G major while you practice something. So let's just say there's a G major pad. You want to practice a scale. We want to practice a melody. Etc. So it's just some resources there that we've made available, so that you don't always just have to play with, on your own. So we've got Antti, one of our Worship Guitar Skills Academy members from Finland. He's been a member for a long time. Great guy. Antti saying great content, highly recommended. So thank you for that, Antti. Much appreciated. And then Will saying amazing. Yeah, so we try and give you guys not just the content, but we try and show you what and how to practice. Then we also want to demonstrate what these things look like when you play it in songs. And then finally, we want to give you the resources that you have available to go ahead and put together some really great practice sessions as it relates to, how you can improve. So we see we've had a few members join, Justin Jacobs and David Trent, and a couple of other names. Well, welcome guys, really great to have you guys join us. We've got Michael Harris and Sunku Kim and Bradley Senna. There's too many names. Ray Nguyen. Yeah, so those are some of the new members. So welcome guys, really great to have you on a journey with us, and we truly believe that it's a multiple win, right? If you become a better guitar player, then obviously you're going to benefit by improving your skills and abilities. Your congregation is going to benefit through, powerful worship where the kingdom grows. So you win, the kingdom wins, and then you also help and support us to go ahead and keep on bringing out more content like this. And as you can imagine, putting it all together, making the tracks, making the videos, different angles, transcribing what we play, breaking the lessons down, the hosting, the uploading, the whole team that helps us put this together. So you guys are really helping us and making that possible for us to keep bringing out top level training and tuition for people that want to improve their playing. So that's wonderful, and Will saying he's going to buy it right now. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. And then Mike is saying, I come from a blues rock background as well. I struggle to use any of that with worship. It just doesn't seem to go well, and I'm hoping this will give me a route to work on. Yes, Mike, that was exactly my situation as well, because if you listen to rock, it's a lot of like power chords and whatever the rock approach, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. But it doesn't work in worship. So those same chords don't work. The same licks don't work. So we have to have a different approach. And that's where these 4/2 voicings, the hybrid picking, the way that we play hammer-ons and slides and pull-offs, the way that we play those things in actual worship songs, that helps us to, we don't have to get rid of our tastes as musicians. We can still, I am shocked, and you are Mike, and Will is Will, and Auntie is Auntie, and so forth. God has made us unique with fingerprints, right? So we're all going to sound unique. The way that we speak is unique. So the way that we're going to speak on the guitar is going to be unique. And then we'll serve the congregation with what is needed there. But you don't have to get rid of what you like, but we want to be able to, like, let's just say there's a soft, gentle moment, and you want to kind of make the guitar sound like a little bit like this. That is going to require different chords, different tones, and a different approach. So that is exactly what we've broken down there, and we've got a whole curriculum in place, learning the fretboard, learning your technique, improving your practice time, doing all those kind of cool things so that you can take your skills, because here's the cool thing, the skills that you've learned, will apply. So you just need to see how you are going to use it. And then Will is asking, does it have an expiry date, or if you buy it, if he's going to have access forever? So there's no expiry date. It's a one-time fee. It's only $47. Then you get all 10 of those trainings, and you get access to to it for life. So you can see that Will has bought, I believe it's Wolfgang, sorry. Wolfgang bought something from us in 2018 already. So when Wolfgang goes back 5 years later now, and logs back to the website, all the training that he has access to. So we have training like that. So you won't lose access to any of the training that you bought. So there's no expiry date. On that, we do have some other options where you can join another program that's monthly, where we have more calls like this in a closer Zoom environment. That's obviously an ongoing subscription, but our for as long as you want to stay a member or not. But this particular offer is one-time payment of $47 if you just pick up the Black Friday deal, and then you have access to these for life. So even just those tracks alone, putting them into your practice session, all the videos. I must go and count the hours, but there should be 20 hours easily of training. So if I just do the math, if you work with an average teacher, and you want to go and get 20 hours worth of lessons at $50, which seems to be the going rate for a decent teacher in the US, that's $1,000, right? That you'll go ahead and have to invest to kind of get training, and then it's not necessarily, it can maybe be acoustic stuff, or it can be blues or rock stuff, but it's not necessarily guaranteed to help you in church. So yes, so to answer that question, Will, there's no expiry. You can have access to the training forever. It's a one-time purchase there. Awesome. So we got a couple of minutes left. If anyone else has a question, feel free to ask away. I'm happy to answer any of those for you guys. And it's been quite a year. So yeah, we've had a great time growing this year. I think for the most part, we were able to publish one brand new video every week on our YouTube channel. So thank you so much for everyone who keeps coming back, watching the videos, leaving the comments. We're behind on replying to all the comments, so we'll be spending some time getting up to date with that. But thanks so much for tuning in, for watching the videos. And obviously we do the live streams. We try and do them at the minimum once every 2 weeks, if not every week, if it's possible. So it's just been really great to see a community all over the world. And even if I just go ahead and read through today, so we had Wolfgang from Munich, Edgardo from Puerto Rico, I think Charlie from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, Norman somewhere in Africa, whether it was Kenya, I'm not sure, Calvin in Singapore, or no, Malaysia, obviously a lot of folks from Houston, Stephen and Mike from Florida, and Antti from Finland, and Vivid from Indonesia, and Larry from Illinois, so Flint, Michigan. Yeah, sure, there's just so awesome to see people all over the world. And we know that the Bible says that God is looking for worshipers who will worship Him in spirit and in truth. And maybe we can end on that note today, which is that we can all become better guitar players, but it's not about being a guitar player. Instead, it's about being a musician. Because guitar, if your focus is just guitar playing, then it's like a guy who goes to the gym, but he always skips leg day. He focuses on other things. You want to be well-rounded, which is where the worship will help you. So, but then you become a musician so that you can play music, you can move people with your music and so forth. But there's another level above that, which is a worshiper. And the Bible says that if we don't worship God, the rocks will cry out, because He is worthy to be worshipped. So that if we have the right approach, not only do we improve our guitar skills, number one, not only do we become well-rounded musicians so we can play with others and make music, but we are worshipers. And yeah, what an honor and a privilege to use something that God has given us that we love to do, that we can use it to make His name great, number one, and lead others into His presence through powerful encounters of praise and worship. So yeah, it's really an honor and a privilege to also help you guys improve as players, and just seeing how we can use this for the kingdom. So wonderful. Thank you so much for everyone joining, and I'll stay a little longer. If there's any more questions, let me know. Happy to answer those for you guys. We've got another video coming out on Tuesday next week. So if you haven't seen the latest video, it was kind of how you can add melodic nature or melodic ideas to chords. So that's the fretboard puzzle. That video, we dropped it on Tuesday. So if you just go to it, I'll actually just show you guys real quick. If I go to YouTube /worship guitar skills. So yeah, if you go there, let's just get the right screen in place here. So yeah, there we go. Obviously we are live right now with the stream, but if you go to the videos, then you can see we did a video on how to add a melodic touch to your chords. So there's a video every week, and then I believe next week we're going to do another playthrough, this time of Holy Forever. I'm using all the ideas that we've shown you in the training. So if you are new and you're not yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon. You'll get notifications of all the whenever we release brand new videos every week, and also whenever we are going to go live right here on YouTube. And if you go to worshipguitarskills.com, that's obviously our website. That is also where you can go ahead and join our mailing list. And if you want to get notifications of all these worship guitar show, you can just go, let me just see if I can move this out of the way. That is a little small. No one's going to see that. So let's see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, there we go. So that worshipguitarshow.com, and there'll be a place for you to sign up, get notifications whenever we release new videos just like this one. All right, so we got a little bit of a delay. I don't think there's any more questions. I've given it some time. I haven't seen any new questions pop in. So for all of those who tuned in, thank you. Great to see you. And for those who investing in the offer, improving your playing, we look forward to seeing you in the members area. And like I said last week, Thursday, if there's anybody that would love to improve their playing, but you've got financial difficulties and you're not in a position to invest, please go ahead and send us an email. I don't know if I have an email on screen right now, but it's just support@worshipguitarskills.com. And then we'd love to bless you with that if that is a need on your end. All right, guys, much love to you. I'm playing on Sunday, so I'm going to go ahead and pack up my gear before I leave the studio here for the day. And then we shall see you guys back again next week, Tuesday, with another video. And then next week, Thursday, with another live stream. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And then we shall speak soon. Bye-bye.